Hi, and welcome to Hockey Talk. I'm your commissioner, Jonathan Smith. Alongside of me, GM of the Toronto Maple Leafs, Matt Junta. How you doing today, Matt?
I'm good, John. Good. Getting ready to go back to school.
Yeah, last day for us. Humps is already back in the old Penn State. Wish them well this weekend, both of us.
Yeah, you're leaving tomorrow morning. I leave on Monday for Boston, Wisconsin over here.
Hey, it's fun times again.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into the league right now. A few little stories we have to talk about since our last episode. The Canucks. Dave and I, in the beginning of the year, predicted them to win their division all on a coin flip, but man, that prediction is looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and that prediction is looking great. I mean, they're on a 12-game win streak, and they're leading the West right now, so they're really looking like the team to beat out there.
Not only leading the West, they're right now number one in the whole entire league, I believe.
Yeah.
Number one overall in points. I mean, they played an extra game than the Rangers, but hey, leading the league almost near the halfway point is something to say.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, all four, and then they're getting strong goaltending from all four goalies: Craig Anderson, Nevin Mackey, Teflon, Tobias Stefan, and forget their fourth one. I think it was Mika Narina or something like that. Narina. It's Narina. But all four are giving them strong goal.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out what was the contributing factor, but like you said, the goaltending is what seems to be their best asset right now. Even though they're not rated well, they're just playing well. I mean, their four goalies, you said Niittymaki might be their worst rated goalie. He hasn't lost a game yet. And the other backups are, like 5-1, 6-2, or something like that.
Yeah.
So they're getting solid goaltending. They don't really have a big point score. I think Scotty Hartnell, he's point a game, and their entire team's plus. So
which is a bonus.
Yeah, that's
They're
kind
not
of
getting scored on.
Yep, they have given up some of the least goals in the league, so defense is paving the way for them.
Another big time, I think, bonus for the league is the New York Islanders are actually having a good season out east. Kudos to George. He pulled off a trade that landed him Paul Martin earlier this year and Brendan Morrison, which are kind of helping his team out for this year. But he also got a bright future ahead.
Yeah, it's nice to see the Islanders out of the basement, so great job by George to tweak the team a little. He hasn't made any huge changes, but I mean, he's made the little changes that have made the difference in his team so far. So it's good to see them competing. I mean, even if they're not going to end up in the playoff race towards the end of the season, you never know. But even if they don't, he's still done a good job to turn it around. The future's definitely looking a little more bright.
Yeah, just because the fact is, when you used to see the Islanders on their schedule, it was like, it's an easy win, let's play the backup. Now, they're going to give you a little bit of a tougher test each night.
Yep.
You don't know if you're actually going to get the win. So congratulations to the Islanders, and hope good luck on a good season for them.
Yep.
Let's move on to a team that we were bashing earlier, and I always feel bad that we do bash him, but he gets the bashing. But the Canadiens, 10-game winning streak, right tied up with the Buffalo Sabres, pulling on their heels. It looks like it's going to be a two-horse race for the Northwest.
Yeah, Josh has always built a great team. I mean, we just like to give him a hard time because it seems like his team never pans out like it looks like it should. Because he works really hard to put his team together, and the sim just is not friendly. But like we said, like at the last Hockey Talk, we knew he'd bounce back into the playoffs, and I think he's sitting fourth right now, fifth.
Fourth place in the East,
yeah,
tied for that third spot with Buffalo.
Yeah, so I mean, we knew he'd come back. He finally is, and now the test for them is to see if they can perform in the playoffs.
Yes. And don't forget, the Northwest or Northeast has a U in there and has Senators and Bruins are all vying for the last couple playoff spots there.
Yeah.
And let's just say there's a rumor right now that Toronto could be landing a big name player in the upcoming weeks, maybe.
We're in talks, but hopefully within the next week or two we'll have a big deal to announce. But
we won't say who or who it's with. We'll just say teams in the Northeast. You better hope Matt don't pull off this trade.
Keep my fingers crossed. Gotta stay competitive.
But we'll turn that into trade talks. I'm not going to complain, it's being the commissioner had to put through all the time, but this is probably the slowest we've ever had one of our seasons go midway through without trades. I think we've gone about a solid week now without a real we've probably gone 2 weeks without a major deal, and it seems like a whole week without a deal.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully I'll shake that up in a little bit. Like you said, it's been really, really calm time in the school. I mean, there hasn't really been too much on the bulletin boards either. I check every day to see if there's, I check like twice a day because I'm bored. 3 times a day, who knows? I'm always on there. But, yeah, there hasn't been too much activity, so it's been a little calm time. So I guess everyone's just waiting to see what their moves earlier in the year have panned out and being patient.
Yeah, it is a surprising thing because normally slow time is after the trade deadline, but right now I'd say it's been really slow up leading up here to the All-Star break.
Yeah, I think after the All-Star break, though, we might see a little more activity because teams will have a better feel of where they are at the halfway point. I mean, me in particular, I mean, I'll be able to better judge if I'm going to make a push for it or if I'm going to rebuild for future seasons. I'm sure a lot of other teams are in the same position.
Agreed. And I know GM Brian Kopis, president of the league, is also feeling the same way. He's monitoring his team throughout the weekend with him taking over the sim and seeing how his team performs.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, as I say, since I'm going to Wisconsin and Matt's going to Boston, we're all going back to school right now. Kopis will have the civic duties. Please send your lines into Brian. I think I forgot to post that on the main site, but send your lines to Brian. He'll probably check my email too, just to make sure. But you're better off sending your lines to him just so you make sure your lines get in for the weekend.
No, is he just doing that for the weekend, right?
Yeah, he does it from Thursday until Sunday. I'll have the sim back on Monday. I mean, just so I can get settled in. It's not rushing things and make sure everything gets organized.
Yep.
But, yeah.
This is our last hockey talk of the summer from good old Pittsburgh.
Yes.
It might be my last summer in the Burgh ever, depending on where I get a job. But we'll see. Interesting times. It'll be fun to see how we progress and where we end up because this upcoming year for us this is it. Well, you're lucky. You got an extra semester. Mr. Hockey over here. But for me, I'm a senior going to the workforce.
Hey, the real world takes us all in.
If any of you need any finance jobs out there, I'm a major in finance and accounting. I work for cheap. I'm just kidding. Not cheap. All right. Well.
But anyway, it's the last hockey talk. I'll definitely be bringing you more. Hopefully, Matt can send me a video like we planned on sometime last year, and we can edit them in.
Yeah, definitely.
I only have free time.
I only have 2 days of classes next semester,
So if we get free time, we can do that. You'll definitely be seeing my face. Hopefully, I won't shave my head again this year or do crazy things. So from another good summer here in the Burgh, good night. Have a good winter, guys.
Good seeing you.